a lot of things I want to talk about within this individual episode that was very, very good. So let's go and get into it. Samuai Flamenco episode 3, entitled Flamenco versus Fake Flamenco. I have my notes down here, so I'm going to be looking down to just re-emphasize on certain things or certain things that I missed that I kind of want to talk about. So this episode starts off very, very different from the past episodes. Hazama is interviewed by his local model agency or his manager, and he's asked, "Are you Samuai Flamenco? And if you are, be honest with me and let me know that you are Samuai Flamenco." Hazama says that he's not because of many reasons. 1, he doesn't want to lose his job. 2, he doesn't want to lose his house. And 3, he wants to keep his identity sealed. He doesn't want anyone to know. If he tells the model agency, it gets out. PR is good talk about it. Put it out, the information out there. That's what's going to happen. He's going to not only lose his job, he's going to lose his house, he's going to lose his identity, and all these villains and stuff like that and crime people are going to come and take care of Hazama. So I understand the reason why he lied, and it was a justified reason. So this episode focuses on the fake Flamenco. Now, the fake Flamenco, which is introduced in this episode, is Hazama's lifelong role model or idol. And he comes in, he says he's the real Samuai Flamenco. But the reason why, he says towards the end of the episode, the reason why is because he wants to build his character, Hazama's or Samuai Flamenco's character. And I don't think that's the reason. I think initially he really wanted to take that role of being Samuai Flamenco because he's been out of the loop for so long. Even though he's famous, I still think he wanted to revolutionize himself, and he wanted to be that public figure within the public eye. But I think after he saw how serious Hazama was and how determined he was to be Samuai Flamenco, he said, you know what, this guy is Samuai Flamenco, and I don't want to ruin his image, and I want him to be the next public figure or the next role model within these young generation or kids' eyes. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing that I want to talk about is his identity and how it could be sold for money. Within this episode, they said that they're going to sell his identity for 1 million yen. Now, a lot of people were up in arms about it, and some people wanted to sell his identity, and some people didn't. And the cool thing is that Hazama's side character, or the side character in the series, or his friend, he said that he would not sell his identity for $1 million. And that goes to show you the bond that I was telling you about between these two people. Their bond is getting a lot stronger, because any other guy would probably sell his identity, even if it was a cop, that he still probably would have sold his identity for $1 million. But he did not sell his identity. He kept his identity sound. That goes to show you that their bond is getting stronger. So let's see another thing here. So yeah, so another thing. This was kind of a funny thing. The side character says, well, you know, you're getting beat up by these younger middle schoolers, so you may need a weapon. And he goes in there and he says, well, hey, maybe I might need a baseball bat. Now, the baseball bat is kind of extreme. I wouldn't suggest getting a baseball bat. Maybe something a little less hardcore, because if you get a baseball bat and you really cause an injury to someone, you know, there could be some type of lawsuits or some type of fouls with that could cause some devastation to you. You don't want that. So, overall, I have to say this episode was very good, especially the emotional aspect of what happened between Hazama and his role model. That was a real touching moment for me watching this episode, because it lets me know that not only does his role model entrust him with the skills necessary to be a hero, but he's also saying, hey, you know, I see what you're doing here. I respect what you're doing here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my legacy down to you. And you have to go help these people. And you have to go save these lives and stuff like that. And that was one thing that I really enjoyed seeing. So overall, this episode was very good. I definitely give it probably an 8 out of 10. It was good. It was good nonetheless. But in terms of last week's episode I gave it 9 out of 10. This week's episode I gave it 8 out of 10. It did capitalize off of the second episode, but definitely not better than the second episode. But it was very good nonetheless. So this has been my review of Samuai Flamenco episode 3. Check you guys later. Peace. Sayonara. Stay gold. Love you guys. Hi.